Welcome, everybody, Joe, for the Joe Wentz Project here on my live podcast, number 21. Hope everybody's doing well today on this February 8th, Wednesday. Yes, it's hump day in the middle of the week. Middle of the week. Yes, I have today and tomorrow to go, and I will be done with my week. Thank goodness. It'll be over with then. And then I can chill for a couple of days and try and get my headset together here. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Joe. This is my channel, and I like to do a live podcast about every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I enjoy doing that, and it's pretty cool, man. I kind of a different format altogether. And excuse me. So before I get started, let me see if I can get the chat box pulled up here to see if anybody's on, and then we will proceed. All right, man. There is we got a couple people. Adam Scheinberg's in the house. Center O is in the house. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for jumping on. And of course, this podcast is brought to you in part by Johnny Bean Entertainment. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to take a little left turn on this broadcast this morning. I know usually I talk about music, guitars, which I love that stuff, and if y'all can just bear with me, I think you'll enjoy this. I know I've enjoyed this gentleman's videos for quite some time. So, what do y'all usually watch? Does anybody watch TV anymore? Really? Not me. I don't. I don't. I rarely do I watch TV. Plus, being on the road all the time, it's either YouTube or Netflix. That's the two main avenues that I watch. Um, so about a couple of years ago, I was going through YouTube, just looking for something to watch. And I came across this guy's channel, and his name was Adam the Woo. And I was like, who? I was like, who is Adam the Woo? Who is that? Had no idea who he was. So curiosity got the best of me, so I started watching. And just this guy has really, I mean, he's still on a huge adventure now. And it's it's just amazing. Let's see. Um, I think he's 4 years younger than me, so he's probably 42, I would think. And he worked just regular jobs. I think he's from or the last place of his residence that he grew up was St. Cloud, Florida, and so he worked some jobs there, and then he decided he wanted to do something more with his life, go on some adventures. He quit his day job. He got a van and he started traveling all across the country. And he just, went from one state to the other, looking at everything. And he started videoing everything, making vlogs, And so you got to see where he was going. At first he just had one main channel, and it's called Adam the Woo. And then later down the road, he started another channel called the Daily Woo. On that channel, he puts up a daily vlog every day just to give you an inside look at his life. And so I just, I became hooked and started watching his stuff. And one thing about Adam that really pulled me into his channels is, not only is his stuff really interesting to watch and it's fun to watch, he's a nice guy, man. He's a really down to earth guy. He's really nice. Um, and he's really smart. I mean, he's really smart. So I I just got hooked on watching his channel, and this I mean, over time you could see that second channel starting to grow, getting more subscribers and more subscribers, and and he did like this what they call a meetup. I remember watching one of the first meetups. Well, at the time I started watching the channel, one of the meetups he had done, and oh, what was it? It was I think it was at the what they call the Back to the Future Mall, and which in the movie it was called the Twin Pines Mall or Twin Pines Mall. So him and a buddy of his decided to do a meetup there. Now this is on his second channel. He was talking about the Daily Woo, and I started watching, and I was like, man, are people going to turn out for this meetup that he's talking about? And then it came time for the meetup, and he went to the parking lot in the mall. Man, you already seen all the people. I was like, my goodness, and it was really cool, man, to see that, and really awesome. And so I just kept on watching and watching, and I bought one of his T-shirts, I bought one of his hats, and but it's really cool it's just something cool to watch. If you've never seen Adam the Woo on YouTube and you want something different to watch, something that's really cool, check it out. Now I will tell you, he is a huge Disney fan. I mean, huge. Uh, and at first I couldn't figure that out. I was like, why is this guy so infatuated with Disney? But after I'd done some research and plus, went back on a lot of his videos and watched, uh, he explained why that was. And uh, during his childhood, his parents took him and his sister there a lot when they were growing up. So that's understandable. So I guess when him going to Disney, I mean, he has like these season passes, or a yearly pass or whatever, and I guess he gets to relive that part of his childhood, which is awesome. That's cool, man. That he does that, and so yeah, it's really cool, man. Center says I have never watched Adam the Woo. Yeah, man, it's like I said, this is a different topic today, but I just really enjoy watching him. He's a nice dude, man, and if you want something different to watch, check out that channel. I think right now he is in Texas. Uh, he, oh yeah, let me back up for a second. He had that van for years, and uh, it was just an old rundown Ford van, I believe. And he had that van for years. Well, he finally uh, got tired of being on the road, and then he got an apartment in Orange County, California. He got an apartment with a couple, two or three friends, and for some reason or another, that fell through, and that didn't work out. And so he decided to, give his notice at the apartment and leave. And he went back in the van and started traveling again. And then not too long ago, he upgraded and got an RV. Well, he did sell the van. He sold the van. He sold everything he had. I mean, you talk about, I mean, this, he would have things, especially when he was in the apartment, and he was getting all his stuff from like Goodwill, Salvation Army. I mean, he wasn't like going and getting like, high dollar stuff at furniture stores or wherever. So you can tell the guy is very humble. He doesn't come across as like a high class, snooty kind of personality at all. He's not like that at all. Uh, so he said, I'm getting rid of all my stuff. I'm going back on the road. And he sold everything. And some things he sold, some things he gave away. He got back in his van. He left Orange County, California, and hit the road in his van again. And I couldn't tell you how many miles was on that van. It was a lot of miles. I mean, probably, I'm guessing here, but I want to say it was over 200,000 miles on that van. And plus, when before he started really doing this thing, he was in a band, and they would travel a lot in that van. That's why he got that van, so the band could travel. So I thought that was pretty wild. But one thing about Adam, the people always ask, how can he do this stuff? How can he afford to do all this traveling and not work a job? And I'll be honest with you, that was one of my questions early on when I started watching his channel. And but the thing with him, you got to understand. Okay, number one, he's not married. He doesn't have any kids, and so that's he's just in a position where he can travel and not worry about I guess being committed to other things, I reckon. Um, so anyway, he sold the van, and then he started traveling uh, by flying on airplanes, and then when he would land in a city, he would use an Uber to travel from either the airport to the hotel or whatever. And he was doing that for a while, and then he done something I wish I could do. I still wish I could do it today. He bought an RV, and also he has this drone. I'm sure you know what a drone is, right? And he's able to take this drone up in the air and get some really good aerial shots of wherever he's shooting a video at. It's really awesome. And I was like, man, that looks phenomenal, Um, so he had the drone doing that. So he bought the RV, and which that's what he is currently now. He has an RV. And the drone was called he named it the Majestic. Um, and ironically, when he bought the RV, what name was on the front of the RV just already on there? The Majestic. It says Majestic. I thought that was really cool, man. And so it come time for another meetup. I think this time it was in a mall in Florida, and his father went with him. And Adam has a very good friend that he's known for years and years and years named Jay. Uh, I'm friends with Jay on Facebook. He's a fantastic artist, musician. Um, he just seems like a really cool dude, man. Uh, Jay did a Facebook Live at this meetup at the mall in Florida, and but before I saw the Facebook Live video, and I was watching Adam's daily videos, and he said he was doing the meetup in Florida, and I said, oh my goodness, I said I can only imagine what the turnout's going to be on this, because a bunch of time had passed by since the last meetup he had done. Uh, so his popularity had grown considerably, on YouTube. Um, so he does the meetup in Florida, and uh, see, when he uploads a daily video, if you watch his daily video today, it's what he done yesterday, because he films all day and he edits while he films, and so whatever you see today is what happened yesterday, and tomorrow will be today's vlog, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so he's talking about the meetup, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see how many people turn out for that meetup, at the mall in Florida. And so the day of the meetup, of course, you didn't see anything because you wouldn't see that video till the next day, right? But Jay, Adam's great friend, did a Facebook Live at the time of the meetup, and it popped up on my feed, on Facebook, and I said, oh man. So I started watching it, and it was unbelievable. I think Adam was at that meetup for like 7.5 hours. That's how many people were in line waiting to meet him. And he stood there and met every person, shook every hand, said hello to every person, signed autographs, had pictures taken with everybody. Now, can you believe it? I mean, that is just amazing. That is amazing. And the kids love him. He's really good with kids. The kids love Adam. Everybody loves Adam, man. He's just a down home, really nice guy. Uh, so if you haven't checked out Adam the Woo, please check him out. He's really cool. Like I said, I know this was a little different today, a little different turn, but I just wanted to talk about that today for a little bit, because Adam has inspired me a lot. From watching him, it made me want to try my hand at videos or whatever, or just try to learn. I would watch his stuff just to kind of learn, different techniques, or even the way he filmed stuff from his phone. I would just watch, and I've learned a lot, So Adam, if you ever listen to this, man, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I really do. And so yeah, it's just really cool, man. I haven't watched his vlog today, which will be for yesterday. Now I know he's with a buddy of his called Jacob the Carpetbagger. I think Jacob lives in North Carolina. I'm thinking he does, which, if I'm thinking about the area he's living in, it's not far from here, probably about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. But he's a cool guy too, and he's with Adam right now uh, in Texas. And one thing they're doing every day, I thought this was cool. They're doing this every day for like 7 days. They're eating barbecue, and they're at the right place to do that. Texas is known for their great barbecue, so they're eating barbecue every day, and they're giving it their own little review. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty awesome. I think that's awesome. So there you go. My live podcast number 21, talking about Adam the Woo Who. So if you're not familiar with Adam the Woo, check him out. It's something different to watch. I think you'll enjoy it. Uh, so I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I know it was short and sweet, but I got things to do. I got to get ready, be heading to work soon. So I just want to jump on here really quick and talk about that. Adam the Woo, great person, great videos. It's definitely worth your time to watch. Okay, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. Be safe. Take care of each other. Until next time, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.